enable the Fulanis to go in and flush our communities. This time is not going to be you flushing our communities, but this time it's going to be the Biafran Liberation Army flushing you and hunting you down in all your enclaves. You may run to anywhere you want to run. We assure you that we have taken the war back to you guys, and it is not business as usual. This time we don't look face. And in Biafra, it is not time for merriment. It is not time for favoritism. It is not time to look your face when decisions are taken at this very time. So, if you are part and parcel of what is going on, thank God and give kudos to the PM that God has given you. We thank God for the womb that brought our PM to this very planet Earth, because without him, all Biafrans would have abandoned Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It takes a strong man to take the lead, and then it takes courageous people to follow him. It takes another legion to be able to fortify someone that is behind bars. What you Biafran people are doing is what keeps Mazi Nnamdi Kanu strong and healthier every day on this cause of freedom. If you fall off the rail, one day MNK will not have the stronghold to clinch on. But because you have become his pillar and he's holding on to you, that is why you are making sure you continue to finger one Nigeria while MNK is behind bars. For that reason, they will see the reason and the need to listen to what we are doing. And we have days and we have measures counting. So if they don't release MNK, given the stipulated time, more stringent measures will come. And the sit at home is coming up. So remember the calendar. We will be reposting the calendar of the upcoming sit at home. So if MNK is not released, Biafra land is not, what will I say? What will I say now? Okay, Biafra land is not a flush off of all those errand boys. If all those errand boys don't get themselves flushed out honorably without us coming for them, before the stipulated time, when I go here, waiting go happen. If una like, make una continue to the babble, make una continue to the move about, make una continue to the make mouth. Keep on keeping MNK there, and then you see what will be coming up. We are in liberation mode. This one now, as we dey talk, we dey show, and now we dey talk small, and they show big. You guys have been asking for actions. Now actions are coming in from left, right, center, and we are not seeing your mouth again asking for more actions. So what we are saying is, keep up the fight and then stand up. If you are on defense, come down from defense and join the liberation, because it is Biafra now. It is not time to just stand and look. Find something doing to support Biafra now. Our website are 247 open for you to make use of. Make payments so that you can support the liberation. Visit the website. Visit everywhere that we have payment links and methods so that you can deliver your funds and your liberation tax to the liberation of the Biafran people. Super thanks and kudos to the womb from which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came out, because without him, we will not know what freedom is all about. So, wherever you are, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Amarike one of Biafra land, blessings remain to you and to your name. The day you came out from was for a reason. The womb you came out from was for a reason. The place you were born was for a reason. And the woman that carried you for good 9 months in sun and rain, in pains and penury, was for a reason. And you were born for a reason of freedom and liberating mankind, the people of Biafra. The savior of our time, we thank you so much for making yourself available for the people whose heads are so strong and so stubborn and so gullible and not ready to listen, but yet you are still sacrificing yourself on the line and making sure they are liberated. You are not different with the properties that we saw in Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, according to the story, even the people that he came to serve were spitting on him. They were stoning him. They were calling him names. And yet, he did not back down. He still went on to make sure he still delivered the same people. So, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, all those properties we have seen in him. What name have they not called Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? How have they not degraded him? Didn't you hear the video I played yesterday during the fundraising where he said, I was beaten and battered, women urinated on me, they poured spit on me because I speak the truth and because I speak of Biafra. And then that did not stop me from bringing Radio Biafra down to Onitsha. That did not stop me from bringing Radio Biafra to Ikwacha. That did not stop me from bringing Radio Biafra. And that did not stop me from continuing on the course of Biafra. He said, I am resolute. He said, I am destructively stubborn. There is nothing anyone can do to me that will stop me from continuing on the course of Biafra. These are convictive words. Did Jesus Christ not go through all those things? He did. Did Jesus Christ not go through all those things? He did. So you have a savior in your own time, Biafran people, and you need to embrace it and keep him very, very close. We want to thank ESN again and Biafran Liberation. You know, when I get updates and then I get security reports of what ESN, Biafran Liberation Army are doing, and every armed group fighting for this freedom are doing on ground, it gives me the joy, it emboldens me, it sparks the fire in me for me to continue to talk to people and call them and tell them, it is time, it is time, it is time. Because as you sleep and wake up, as you are even engaging in one thing or another, they are on standby, they are keeping watch, and they are making sure Biafra land is defended and protected. They are dealing with the enemies of Biafra. If we are to bring all the videos and photos of what our gallant men are doing on ground, some of you will run away. Some of you will not even want to enter media again. So we need funds, we need more guns, we need more bullets, and we need everything that will enable them to be more viable. They are super viable, and we need them to be stronger than they are. We need to refortify them the more. The watches need to be increased, and everything needs to be on standby so that we just press a button and then everything gets amplified. I want to appreciate every donor. Yesterday was fundraising, and we had a good turnout, and we are expecting more. We expect more. We expect more. We know that we do this fundraising every week, and we know you also have your bills to pay and to look up to. We know you also have other logistics to take care of. We know you also have your life to live, but without looking back to where we came from, we will continue to pay those bills in where we find ourselves. At the end of the day, we will still continue to pay those bills. Countries that their resources are well harnessed, they don't pay those humongous bills because their resources are well utilized and the citizenry enjoys the dividends of democracy. They enjoy the dividends of those resources that God has given them in their lands, thereby them paying a very minute amount of tax. They don't get to pay so much. And everything is cheaper, 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 cheaper. You buy gas at a cheap rate, you get everything at a cheap rate. You want to move from one point to another, you go through the metro, you pay a very cheap ticket, and then you can go around with a cheap ticket with a metro all through the month. So we need to sacrifice something to be able to get something. All these countries we talk about that have everything well harnessed, they make use of what? Sacrifice to be able to get their freedom. They make use of strategies to be able to be where they are. They sacrifice something they fought so that you now see it as a better place to come to be. If they did not sacrifice and take time to do it, you will not see it as a lucrative place, a better life to take. You will not see it. That better life to take will not be there for you to go and grab. So, there is need, there is reason for us to do more than we have done. So, we appreciate all donors and we want you to do more. Invite other people, bring them in, and let them come in and do more as well. Those that went for One Nigeria who are still hoping on going to another court, do not waste your time because the one that Obi and Tiku went in 2019, the result has not come out yet, but Buhari has finished his tenure. So don't waste your time going to court again. Just come down from your high horse. Remove this ego and pride of you coming to come and bow down to IPOB. No, come back to your senses. Come back and come and join us. Some of you played vital roles. Some of you contributed so much amount of money to the campaign of Obedience. Those money given to us, we would have brought down One Nigeria by this time. The money you people are even contributing and giving to pastors and bishops every day. From the video I played from the beginning where MNK told you, pray, 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 pay tithe, pay offering, but all these people, they cannot even defend you in any way. It's only the prayer from people that can defend you. Those money that you're supposed to give us to buy guns and bullets to defend Biafra land, you are giving the money to the pastors and bishops who are using it to buy private jets and cars. They are using it to wear Rolex watches that cost about $250,000. Imagine. And they are wearing, their children are using iPhone AirPods that is about $250, some 1,000. They are using phones that cost 3,000 euros, 5,000 euros. While you are struggling with Ekpa Nokia. Ekpa Nokia, that 3310. Some of you are still struggling with it. Some of you are using that Motorola where they do ping 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 ping. But you are working every day, your ass up. You are selling akara. You are selling moi moi, and you are selling pure water, and you are selling periwinkle. You are selling catfish. You are selling some water leaves or maybe even a vegetable leaf that you cultivate in your surroundings. And then you're plucking them, selling them, and then taking the money to go and pay back as tithe and offerings to your pastors and bishops who are all criminals. They will tell you they are praising you to heaven. Why can't they wait until they go to heaven before they go use that money to buy private jets? Why can't they wait until when they get to heaven before they wear the Rolex watches? Why can't they wait until when they get to heaven before they buy the armored car? Why can't they wait until when they get to heaven before they drive the biggest car that costs so much money? You see? They are deceiving you and they continue to open offices in your brains. This money, if given to us, we will use it to buy more weapons to defend Biafra land. Did I tell you that you should not pray? No. So don't get me wrong. Pray. But as you pray, as you finish the prayer, go and sell your garment, go and buy weapon. Because even when David was praying, his sword and his guns and his machete were stuck to his shoulder. He had all his weapons to his shoulder while he was praying, while he was seeking the face of God. So when he finished praying, he now stand up and go back to the armory to go and see how the armory is. If the people, when David is going to pray, he did not leave the armory unattended. The people that takes care of the armory were standing by, watching the armory and overhauling all the machines, making sure they are good to go. So he went to seek the face of God. As he finished, he went back straight to the armory to go and see if the armory is good to go for the war that they need to go. So as you pray, you finish praying, go and carry your weapon where we will take fight. That weapon will take fight. As you know, Savi fight, as you know, go feed them. Give us the money. We have thousands and millions of volunteer army who are standby to make sure Biafra land is defended and we get our freedom. The disciple of Jesus Christ that used knife to slice off the ear of those that came to arrest Jesus. Where did he get that knife from? Did the knife come from heaven to enter his hand? Oh, he was a disciple of Jesus Christ. So why did he have knife or going about with knife? He went about with knife because he has to secure himself. Even as he was walking along with Jesus Christ, whom he knows can command the whole earth, and the earth will open and then it will swallow everything and will swallow the enemies that were within. No, but they don't depend on that spiritual aspect so alone. They had to depend on their mechanical and the physical that you need to bring out to be able to defeat the enemies that comes within. So being at alert means having your weapons aside, having your weapons around, having them ready. This is the ESN, this is the Biafran Liberation Army that we are talking about. This is the Biafra we are talking about so that we can defend our lands. Before we enter this space, I saw publications of people massacred in Niger, whether Niger or Niger State. Those people are dead and gone. Whatever the cause of it is, they will not tell you the real story. But I tell you, those people have died and they are all gone. These are thousands and many more that would have been happening in Biafra land without the existence of ESN, Biafran Liberation Army, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa. If these two men were not alive and standing their ground, making sure that we defend Biafra land, who will be talking about your mothers and sisters today? Your mothers and sisters and children you left behind, and your brothers, they will all be massacred and destroyed. By who? By the enemies of Biafra, who find so much joy in collecting money just to sign documents, MOU, Memorandums of Understanding, with the Fulani terrorists, just to bring them in. invade your lands, take over, rape, cut to pieces, destroy, and then they will collect white envelopes. They will give them houses in Dubai. They will give them houses in Switzerland. They will take some money and give to them. They go to Qatar, America, UK. UK will not always bring out the money that your politicians in Biafra land are taking to go and bank in their countries, because they know they are bringing it to come and support the economy. The economy of America, the economy of UK, the economy of Europe is populated, and the GDP is increasing day in, day out, when the Fulani errand boys of our governors and senators and ministers steals the money of one Nigeria, and the money given to them after they have signed MOU with one Nigerian terrorist, and then they come to massacre our women and children. All this money are being banked and business in these Western countries, and they will not open their nyash. Do you know why? Because that money helps their economy to pop up. It helps their economy, their GDP to grow better. So tell me who you will see that is making your economy to grow, making your business to grow, that you want to bring down that person. You will not. So this life is all about politics. It's all about politics, and they play politics with human lives. They say our lives are no priority for them to come and fight against terrorists, and they can never come. Are you the one that have been going to, like Russia now and Ukraine, are you the one going to go and fight for their freedom? No, they fight for their freedom. America took some of us as slaves in those days, and then they use us to make America to become what they are today. They use us in UK, they use us in Europe to build all their place. They use us also to fight for their freedoms. And there we are. That's why you have black Americans and black people in UK speaking blah, 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 blah. People don't ask, how did they come to be blacks, and then they are indigenous people in these places? No, you are not indigenous. It's because your fathers were slaves that were brought there. That is how you became citizens, because you stood to fight the war that ensued in those places. So they fought to get something, and we must also fight to get something. We don't need to wait for them, because they cannot do it for us. Our lives are no priority to them. So the only thing that is of priority to them is our resources: uranium, oil and gas, californium. Anything that can fund and stand their economy effectively is what is important to them. But your life is useless to them. That is why they will not come and fight for you. You have to be the one to start the fight, so that the tempo will get heated. They will now understand that the center does not hold anymore. Where they used to suckle up all the resources is not enabling anymore. Thereby doing what? Having a rethink. Oh, we have to do something. And I thank our PM for what he's doing, because it's touching all stones. We will continue to do this until Biafra is restored, and we implore all Biafrans to listen to our PM and follow all instructions. In areas of Biafra land where security is tightened, where we are engaging and fighting the terrorists, now we no longer announce the areas as before. Because of what? When we announce it, when the intel comes to PM, when it is announced on air, they do what? They change tactics. They change days. They change the time that they are supposed to come. So what we are telling you is, be security conscious in your communities and in your WhatsApp groups and your Telegram groups, like in the coastal group on Telegram. What you have to just do for us is give security situation report. I am employing you in other WhatsApp groups and other Telegram groups. We need all security reports. Whatever move that you see that is going on within your surrounding and your places, anything that you see, give security report to the group, and then we channel it to the security department. Do not stay on WhatsApp to be posting videos or posts of when PM posts an announcement on Twitter, you now drag it to the WhatsApp group. No. Everybody must be on Twitter. If you are not on Twitter, then you are not on this liberation. So when you watch the thing finish for Twitter, leave it there. Give us security report within your communities, in the groups that you find yourselves, so that we can be able to gather and act very fast. Are you getting the point? And when you hear of gunshot, do not start running. I beg of you, because running, you may be picked down by a stray bullet. What you need to do is, when you hear of gunshots in the surroundings, if you were outside, if you were not inside, and if you are inside, go down. Go down and lie down on the ground inside your house. Close your doors, lock yourself inside, lie down until when you hear that the tempo is cool. Because if you want to peep through the window, a stray bullet might pick you on the eye or shoulder or belly from the window. Are you getting the point? Or even from the door. So if you are outside and then you start hearing gunshots, go down, lie down on the ground, start advancing, crawling, start crawling from the ground till you get to a safe zone inside your house so that you avoid being hit down by the stray bullet. You have to be security conscious in all provinces of Biafra land now because it is hot and the Liberation Army are doing their needful. They look good, they look agitated, they look convincing, they look super ready to go, and they're ready to sacrifice everything. As we speak now, they are in the bushes and in the trenches. They are sleeping and aligning themselves side by side with all the snakes and the reptiles inside the bushes. While you are at the comfort of your home, you are enjoying the warm embrace of your wives and concubines and husbands and daddy sugar and sugar daddy and sugar mummies and all your peri, while there are men and women who are inside the bushes making sure your lands are secured and the children that you left behind, the mothers and the fathers that you left behind, the relations and friends that you left behind, the peer groups that you left behind are not massacred. So what do you have to do? We need your support. We need everything from you. Money can be able to make them to be more viable in their rules of engagement. These are volunteered armies that are ready to defend Biafra land. And the best you can do is your cooperation. When MNK launched this ESN, he said, these men are here to defend Biafra land and to expunge the terrorists from coming to do that which they have been doing. And he urged all Biafrans. He said, I urge you to give them all your maximum support for them to be good soldiers of Biafra and to defend Biafra land and to be very, very viable in what they are doing. So what am I saying now? In essence, I am telling you all that you should remember that the Biafran Liberation Army, ESN, Black Marine, BNL, BNG, and every other groups that are fighting to the liberation of Biafra, they need your cooperation and support. Your informations and your intels are so important, and your quick response and sending messages out there on the media are very important to the exposure of the enemies of Biafra who may want to invade your lands and to destroy anybody. I thank you all here. I welcome the first, the co-host. I welcome the Eagle. I welcome 247. I welcome Christopher and every one of you, Biafran Queen. I see you there. The first, the Eagle, you guys can take over. Frank can keep the house burning. I salute you all. We are here, we are here, we are here. Sit at home must continue, and the enemies of Biafra must continue to call it Woto Woto, and the communion will continue. Ndewo.